What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's intriguing video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we're now on the road to 500 subs. Excuse me. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs. Excuse me. By the end of the summer, only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it, on the hopes of it to potentially pull a Blue-Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red-Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box that I opened up last year, which is this beautiful B Cup from the Underworld. This thing does indeed look amazing as a collector's rare. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And also I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: which former WWE star would you guys like to see make their way back to WWE? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we have another returning WWE superstar making his way back to the promotion, and it's none other than Erick Rowan. We actually found out that, according to PW Insider, we found out that Erick Rowan has indeed inked a brand new deal with WWE. And it's interesting to note that if you guys didn't know, he was once a part of the Wyatt family. Excuse me, for so long, including the reemergence of the Wyatt family, as we saw the debut of Braun Strowman around 2015, which is very interesting. And also too, Erick Rowan is a former multi-time tag team champion, obviously a former NXT tag team champion, and a two-time SmackDown tag team champion. Two of those title runs were with none other than Luke Harper. While the other tag team title was with none other than Daniel Bryan. And obviously we know that he left WWE during the pandemic in 2020, and he ended up in he ended up venturing in so many different endeavors, including a couple of appearances in AEW, which is interesting to know. I get that. That people would probably comment asking if I watch AEW. Unfortunately, I don't. But it's from what I've seen on social media, and this basically counts as social media. Excuse me. And also a memorable cameo in the popular Netflix comedy series I Think You Should Leave, again, that airs on Netflix. And despite the ventures, his allegiance to the Squared Circle has indeed brought him back to WWE. And while the details are, and while the details are still undisclosed, fans are still waiting for his comeback, and we don't really know what his motives will be. It's pretty interesting because Ringside News actually reported this not that long ago, and this was something that I wanted to bring up to you guys, because when you think about it, Erick Rowan, excuse me, was a huge part of the Wyatt family, and he had done quite a bit with WWE. And prior to his departure, the last stint of WWE that we saw him in was actually, funny enough, if you can actually believe it, was during the week that WWE and the whole world lost John Huber, or I guess Luke Harper in WWE, Brody Lee on the Indies, during, I think in 2020? Yeah, in 2020, if I remember correctly. Give me 1 second, guys. Excuse me. If my memory serves correct, here we are. John Huber. Let's see. If I remember correctly, because I think I talked about this on the channel, but I mentioned what had happened to Huber. But if I didn't, basically what happened was that he died from idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which for those who don't know, it says here that it's a rare condition which causes lung tissue to continuously thicken until the lungs can no longer function. So basically, I guess breathing problems technically would be the proper term, but I remember the New Day. But I remember the New Day having having Erick Rowan on the podcast, New Day Feel the Power. In fact, I want to see something. Here we are. Feel the Power. Here we are. Where is it? Here we are. Here it is. Here it is. I want to see who's in it. Give me a second, guys. I forgot who was in there. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, so it was all three members of the New Day, along with Cesaro, Tyler Breeze, and of course Erick Rowan. That was who was in it. So yeah, so obviously aside from his appearances on, in AEW TV wise, that was one of the last times that we saw Erick Rowan. So it's interesting because as I mentioned, he had a huge involvement with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, and I think aside from those appearances, last time we saw him was actually last year when they were doing the Bray Wyatt tribute. So it's interesting to see him back in WWE. And what's even more unique, what's even more interesting is that Erick Rowan coming back to WWE had left it had left fans with more questions than answers, including the biggest question of whether or not WWE was gonna sign Rowan back to WWE. And now we know he is indeed back in WWE, and I'm curious of what they're gonna do with Rowan. For all we know, we could potentially see the Wyatt six faction come to pass. I know that there have been a lot of rumors of who would be in it. I think who was it? It was Rowan, Uncle Howdy, Joe Gacy, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and Dexter Lumis. I think were the six. Because we hadn't seen Dexter Lumis in quite some time. We hadn't seen Nikki Cross in quite some time. Last time we saw Alexa Bliss was a Royal Rumble was a Royal Rumble last year, 2023, and that was the last time we saw her. And we found out on social media that she was pregnant, and now she has a baby, which is awesome. Congrats to her. And then as far as Gacy goes, we hadn't seen him, I think, since I think since what, Stand and Deliver, I believe. So it's been a minute. And then Uncle Howdy, I think last time we saw him was around the time that around the time of I think, what was it, Royal Rumble last year as well, 2023. So it's been a while since we've seen them in WWE. And who knows? Maybe we might see the Wyatt Six faction come to pass, or maybe we might see Erick Rowan go at it as a single competitor, or as just a thought, hear me out, maybe we could see Rowan and Braun Strowman reunite as a tag team, which is possible, because that right there would be incredibly crazy. But what also would be incredibly crazy is if we saw Erick Rowan do some things in NXT and then end up making his way back to the main roster, or just have him, like on Raw or something, and just have him do his own thing there or something. I don't know. The possibilities are out there, but I will say this: no matter when we see Erick Rowan come back to WWE, TV wise, on screen wise, I can guarantee you that fans are going to go ballistic, because Erick Rowan was such a fan favorite in the Wyatt family. Actually, pretty much all 4 members of the Wyatt family were fan favorites, despite being some of the best heels in WWE possible. They were very, very intriguing individuals, to say the very least. But I want your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, what brand you think Erick Rowan should be on? Raw, SmackDown, or perhaps NXT? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.